In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the main things that visa officers look at in Filipino applicants to determine whether or not to give them a visa. I've decided to make these videos because honestly, a lot of the information I see on the web about visas is just wrong. It's made by people who've never even stepped foot inside a U.S. embassy. I was a government employee. I know what visa officers look for. So let's talk about overall what they're looking for before I get into the most important thing, because it actually may be a surprise to you. So there are certain red flags, obviously. One being they want to know about your travel history.
All the time.
Travel history is important, but not as important as you think. It's the kind of travel history. So, going to Hong Kong, Singapore, yeah, that's fine. It's better than nothing. But what they're really looking for is first world travel history. So if you have a Shenzhen visa,
don't make me run! I'm full of chocolate!
That is a big help compared to just going to Singapore, Japan, or Hong Kong, because Filipinos don't need a visa to go to those countries, to my knowledge. So next is going to be employment history. They don't like job hoppers unless you're getting a promotion. They don't like people who can't keep a job. Obviously, they don't like low-level jobs.
Romeo! Save me!
Nandito lang ako, Julie!
Romeo, save!
Next is finance. So a lot of people I've seen, they try and get around this. Especially there are some women that will meet a guy and have a boyfriend in the U.S. and he'll put a bunch of money in her bank account. And she'll say, see, I have 1 million pesos in my bank account. Well, the visa officer is going to ask, well, what is your job? Oh, well, I worked at SM for 6 months. Okay, so how did you get 1 million pesos in your bank account if you worked at SM? Yeah, see? So, visa officers are not stupid. They know all the tricks. If the job is not congruent with their bank account balance, they're going to suspect something. And unfortunately, if the applicant is a female, they're going to expect that some guy from the States put the money in her account. Because even an engineer, it's just not normal for someone making even 35,000 pesos a month to have 1 million pesos in their bank account. Next, your education. They want to know what school you went to. So for example, if you have a degree from UP or Ateneo, that's going to make a big difference as opposed to Bicolando Community College. It's not that a Bicol Community College is bad. It's just that it doesn't fit the profile of what a Filipino tourist looks like. All right, and finally, let's get to the most important things that they look at in a Filipino applicant. Why are these so important? Well, every country, like I said, they have a certain idea of what a legitimate tourist from this country looks like. So the profile for a Filipino applicant is not necessarily the same as an Indian applicant or a Hong Kong applicant. So I'm telling you specifically for the Filipino applicant. The two most important things they're going to look at, I'm saying this because you don't have a lot of time. When you're in the interview, you've got about 1 to 3 minutes to convince the visa officer not to deny your application.
Bilisan mo. Bilisan mo. Bilisan mo.
So this is why they have to go by cues. So the number 1 and number 2 thing they look at is
We're waiting.
your ability to speak English and your hair. Yes, I'm serious. English, why? Because most educated Filipinos who have a good life, they're professional, they're married, they have a family, they can communicate well in English. So one of the things that they're looking for is that your English is darn near perfect. When you're talking and they can't understand you, you've got a thick accent, you're stumbling on your words.
All my fellow Filipinos, now this is my side. Listen, look, and listen, and learn.
That's not a good sign. because that is, like I said, a Filipino tourist. The profile of a Filipino tourist is an educated person who can communicate effectively in English. 2, your hair.
Give me a head with hair, long, beautiful hair, shining.
Why your hair? Well, hair is a big indication of your social status. It just is. I'm not, whether it's right or it's wrong, it's the truth. They're looking for well-groomed, well-styled hair because that shows that you have good social status. Remember, the most important thing they're looking at is, do you have a better life here in the Philippines or as an undocumented immigrant in the US? And so someone that has disheveled hair, they don't take care of their hair, it's a very good indicator that they're poor. I mean, I'm sorry, I'll just say it. And that's not who they want to get a tourist visa. This is why I always coach my clients that they need to go to the salon a day before their appointment because you need well-groomed, nice hair along with decent clothes. You don't need to overdress because that's a red flag, but just moderately dress, but nice hair. All right. So if you want personalized coaching, you can click the link below. I can help you with that. I've been doing it for years. I've been doing visa consultations for over 10 years. It's something I really, really enjoy. So I hope that you have found this video helpful. Have a good day. God bless.